Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, Jakari Jackson. This is what we have in store for you on the September 13th, 2012 edition.
Tonight on InfoWars Nightly News, Alex Jones conducts a hard-hitting interview with Steve Schenk of eFoods Direct on the global food crisis. Then, Melissa Melton details how the Department of Homeland Security is warning us that the Muslim Brotherhood is forming a new terror axis with Iran. And pot users beware, the federal government may seek to confiscate your guns. All that and more on tonight's edition of InfoWars Nightly News.
Welcome back to the InfoWars Nightly News. Top story, headline, guns of pot users to be confiscated. Oh, yes, it's come to that. The Obama administration, through the Justice Department, has given the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives the authority to seize and administratively forfeit property involved in controlled substance abuses. In effect, those who are convicted of crimes involving alcohol and/or substance abusers will have their right to bear arms revoked. So very scary information right there. Me personally, I'm not a drug advocate, but I am a gun advocate. I'm a proud gun owner, and I just see another attempt of this administration to strip people of their rights and their guns and their ability to protect themselves, because I don't like sitting around and waiting for somebody to come and rescue me. Hey, I'm not one of those kill 'em all, shoot 'em all kind of guys. I don't have a problem dialing 911, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to grab my gun first, and I'm going to grab my phone second. So don't try to take my guns. And before I get all hot and fired up on this, let me turn now to our special info warrior, fashionista, who dresses me quite nice, Miss Linda West. How are you doing today, Linda?
I'm doing great, Jakari.
Good to be here. Now, when I first saw the story, you know this was a last-minute addition to our broadcast tonight, this pot smoker story, but it's something that's very important, very relevant. So when you first heard the story, what was your initial thought?
My initial thought was 140 million Americans smoke pot.
Yeah.
It's legal in 16 states.
Now, Linda, if I can interrupt you for 1 second, that is quite an impressive nameplate. I don't know if we can throw that back up, but it was something to Linda. Let me do my nightly. Linda West, certified chemical dependency counselor. Wow,
Are you impressed?
Yeah, I'm very impressed. That's a reason. I guess that's why you're sitting here right now, because you have some insight on what this could mean for pot smokers, because you know I'm a gun guy and I guess you're a drug girl. I don't know. But hey,
okay, we'll just go with that.
Yeah,
It's all right.
We'll call it good. Now, Linda, I was looking at this article and did a little backtracking, and you know the 68 Gun Control Act says that if you're a convicted felon, then you can carry a gun. That's where this, convicted felons not being able to carry firearms came from.
Right.
But before then, they could. So we see here yet another ploy, Obama administration just want to rob people of their firearms. Why do you think this is? Why do you think they want people's guns so bad?
Well, let me see.
Okay.
They're ordering millions of rounds of ammo themselves.
Over 1 billion. The whole government combined.
Over 1 billion suddenly, and they want to take all the Americans' guns away. I'd say they think there's going to be an issue.
I mean, possibly some martial law situation. I mean, because they have armored pillboxes and they have these big, I can't even call them Star Wars tanks. These big things they're driving around in, big bulletproof. I mean, it looks
drones.
like no, let's not forget about the drones. I mean, we got drones. They started off flying U.S.-Mexico border, U.S.-Canada border,
right,
and now they're in your neighborhood. I mean, Alex did the drones in Austin.
I know, absolutely. And Buffalo, it's the first city to actually, they're fighting the Occupy Buffalo site. They're fighting it, but they're all over the place, as you said. So I don't know, with the new QE3, possible economic crisis, that would be my guess, but who knows?
Yeah. So we see here an asset forfeiture, seizure. If they catch you with drugs or whatever they consider to be drugs, it may not be, it's not limited to, things such as marijuana. It could be prescription drugs and other things like that. But as far as marijuana, pot smokers, why do you think they want to take away the rights of pot smokers? I mean, what are the benefits? You're a, certified drug counselor. Very
right,
impressive nameplate person. What do you think is the deal? I mean, what's the benefit of smoking pot?
Well, the reason that marijuana was legalized is because they're finding, actually, new Harvard studies, that it's a miracle plant. It is proving to cause, to cure cancer. It's stopping lung tumors from growing. Things that they can't stop or treat with chemotherapy, they're able to treat with marijuana.
You say in your town, people can walk down the street smoking weed, but they can't smoke a cigarette on their own front porch.
Absolutely.
So what is that about?
Well, tobacco kills, and there has not been one case where marijuana has proven to be the death of anyone.
Okay.
So I guess that's the reasoning. And secondhand smoke also kills, but secondhand marijuana smoke hasn't proven to hurt anyone. Although I wouldn't recommend anybody out there that smokes smoking around your children or anything like that. But the fact is, it is a miraculous drug, and it's treating things. It's even growing back brain tissue. So
really,
marijuana is actually good for your brain.
It's good for your brain. Okay, so now
Science Daily.
Now you're talking about the different uses of hemp. Like, what are a few things people can use hemp for besides just smoking it?
Well, hemp it's another miraculous part of the marijuana plant, and it doesn't have any drug effects to it at all. No THC is the active ingredient in marijuana that produces the medicinal effects. But hemp has been traditionally used. In fact, it used to be that you had to grow hemp. They have pictures of Uncle Sam going, grow hemp for your country.
Really?
Yes, because hemp can replace all the paper products. You can also use it as a fuel. And the hemp seed is actually the most potent source of vegetable protein on the planet.
Really?
So for vegetarians, hemp seed is just very, very important.
Okay, I mean this is all new to me.
And also, well, David Bronner, who's the owner of Bronner's Natural Soaps, he's trying to start a campaign to bring hemp back to the United States, allow us to use it, because right now hemp is outlawed because marijuana is outlawed. And so we outsource all our hemp needs to Canada. It's a $500 million business, and he wants to bring that home. So he was actually in a cage in front of the White House growing hemp, because he wanted to grow it in the cage and then have them test it so he could prove that there was no THC in it, so they could stop trying to make it illegal along with the cannabis medicinal side of it.
Okay. So as your experience as a drug counselor, what do you think is more harmful, things such as marijuana or all these prescription drugs that they're trying to push on people, even young children? You know, you've dealt with substance abuse.
It's really disgusting. The pharmaceutical companies, the effects that they have on the body, the suicides you hear about with Prozac and all those things, and chemotherapy, the side effects for that.
Yes.
Horrible, horrible. No side effects with marijuana. Well, the munchies. You could be ordering a lot of pizzas out there, so that's a problem, unless you own Domino's.
Okay, so you think, just I mean, in your professional opinion, you think that marijuana is a much better, drug substance to be used than medicinal drugs, things like Prozac.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, Marinol is a way to use marijuana if you don't want to smoke it. It's in a pill form, and I think that is such a preferred medicine for children, other than the Ritalin things they're putting them on right now. But marijuana has a bad name, and Hearst was one of the people that made sure he bought the lobbyist, and they made marijuana illegal. He slapped it with a bunch of Mexicans because he wanted to make it sound bad, and it was never even about him trying to outlaw it as a drug. He wanted to get rid of the hemp side of it because he owned all the lumber companies, and hemp was replacing paper, wood paper rather. So. There's just been a big smear campaign on marijuana. It really shouldn't even be lumped in with drugs. It should be lumped in with medicine. Okay. In my opinion. Yeah. In my professional.
So we see the drug schedule. We see marijuana listed amongst these very harmful drugs at the top of the pyramid. And so you feel that marijuana shouldn't be linked in with those same other harmful substances?
No, I mean, let's face it. There is an ability to be addicted to anything. People, I mean, it's really interesting that in the rehabs, one of the biggest addictions was sex.
Really?
I mean, oh yeah, people are really addicted.
Let's lock people up. Let's get the NDAA right now to lock up people for knocking boots. But thank you very much, Miss Linda West, for your time. Very insightful thing for me, because I'm pretty square. But I do like my guns and my old T-shirts and
square but sweet.
Yeah, a couple extra pounds never really hurt. Yeah, country boy. All right, thanks, Linda, and we'll keep an eye on this, and hopefully these people will keep their sticky fingers off the the guns of these supposed drug abusers or even alcoholics.
Well, let's hope so, because this is just, it's not a law. It's just another way to grab our guns that's totally illegal. And ultimately, some of the biggest gun-owning states also have legal marijuana laws. So it'll be a fight. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we see the Obama administration coming up with yet another reason to grab your gun. So get this report out to everybody you know. I know we say that a lot, but between guns and drugs, you know somebody this story affects. So get it out there and let people know what's really going on.
Alex Jones here with a message that could revolutionize health in this country. Going back about a year and a half ago, I began to learn about the incredible health effects of longevity products. Aaron Dykes lost 92 pounds. We're going to show you some before and afters. Aaron, break down what happened, your story.
I've worked really hard with diet and exercise to try to lose weight, but I just didn't get the results. It just didn't happen. Then I saw what you were doing with InfoWarsTeam.com. I wasn't even trying to lose weight, but I got it because I wanted to feel better energy. I wanted that nutrition. Didn't even understand how that could kickstart my own weight loss goals, but the products did that for me. I found myself suddenly losing weight, more energetic, wanting to exercise, wanting to eat the right foods.
And they don't even advertise it as weight loss. I want to challenge our radio listeners to go to InfoWarsTeam.com, sign up as a distributor, and get wholesale pricing discounts at InfoWarsTeam.com.